last night at the elimination. My stomach started to feel really nauseous for like a second or two, and then my vision was just tunneling in. It was black and white and fuzzy.
Oh my God!
Before you knew it, I woke up on the floor. I've had problems with this ever since I was 3 years old. What happens is the vagus nerve in your body just kind of go haywire. It's not a life and death condition. It's just a very scary thing. And it's going to be okay.
I used to feel a little bit sluggish.
Like touching my shoulders, like, it hurts. This is not going to affect my modeling career, my modeling life. It's just a day in my life that was just a pain in the butt, and it's over with, and now we can get back on track.
I almost got eliminated.
It looks like a porno cover to me.
Because I was still showing this sex kitten or whatever vibe. And so I want to really show that I can have a different look. I don't want to be known that I look like someone who does porn. How long are you going to be?
5 minutes, is that?
Like, if you want to go after her, then I'll go after you.
Sure?
Today, we're waiting to use the phone. I'm going to call, my boyfriend, Andy.
Well, I'm going to go last because I'm 3 hours behind. We decided we would go from East Coast to West Coast. It's 3 hours later, and then 2 hours later.
I called way in the kitchen. I said after no end, I was going to use the phone. And then y'all got together and was like,
You weren't out here.
Sweetie, we've all been waiting in line.
As the first come, first serve.
okay, well, there you go. Y'all didn't say it to everybody.
Brandy starts freaking out, and we're like, calm down.
I mean, if y'all want to get rude about it, then we can get rude. But all I'm saying is...
Brandy, she has an attitude problem. But Tiffany will let her know, Brandy, you need to stop.
All I'm saying is
She gonna use the phone.
I think Brandy really looks up to me now. I tell her, you remind me of the old Tiffany, but don't become that girl. Don't be that Tiffany, because she was crazy. That stank hoe poured the beer on my weave. I'm not about fighting no more. My grandma told me, she was like, what you gonna tell people? Well, we gonna run there too, though. She dead, but she whooped everybody's ass, I had to be hard. That's who I was. But I'm glad not to have to be that person now. And it's like Brandy's trying to be that old girl. That's not the right way to live. Shit.
Caramel! Better be on point because I have no time for nonsense. Be ready at 12 o'clock p.m.
Maybe it's interviews and stuff.
We get a tire mail that says something about being on point. We walk in, and there is standing, this short little man with a beard and a cane. It was the most exciting thing ever.
I'm Stefan Venter. This is the dance studio. I'm going to introduce you into your first ballet class.
I'm ready to hop into that little leotard and tights.
You are going to use your body as an instrument of expression. The good, very good models must be form conscious. That means she knows at any given moment how she looks, okay? So let's do now the demi-plie. 1 and 2, arm front and side. Up, up, lower, yes, straight body. That's good. Shoulder.
The guy was crazy, whacking us with a cane. He's like, shoulders down.
A little stiff and tense, but that's normal, That's normal. Okay, we go. Shoulder.
I'm like, oh, please, little man, Sir Stefan, don't come beat me up. I was so scared.
You're lucky that I'm such a gentleman. You have done ballet? A little bit? You see, I see it right. That's a good arm.
Stefan did recognize that I had ballet training. I will hope so. I've been dancing for a few years, so...
Front, sharp. Well, you can do it. It would be good for you, really, okay? Because this discipline will affect many other things, maybe even in your life.
I'm not used to controlling my body. My body controls me. So, this is really hard for me.
Okay, thank you, girls.
Thank you.
I wish you much.
Welcome to the Pacific Dining Room.
We're going to dinner just to let loose and just have a night for us girls.
I never been to a nice place like this. I've been doing things I never really would have thought I could do. So it's a really big change for me. It's really hard. I don't get drunk no more. I act like when I get drunk, so I never know I don't drink anymore.
Want a glass of wine, soft drink?
I'd like a glass of white wine.
Chardonnay?
Same here.
Very well.
If you get cut before me, if I get cut before you, I want you to go home knowing that you, and even you have touched me, have made me think different about a lot of things. And I love you. I do. So 6 months ago, I wouldn't have been here. I've been changing so much.
Tiffany had, I think, 4 glasses, and, I mean, she was doing all right, but then I was like, it's coming. Here we go.
I do what I can do, or what I can do. Okay, go ahead, Yumi.
Tiffany's very talkative. You know if Tiffany's around, you know she's not around. But I realized that I don't hear Tiffany. And then all of a sudden, what is this?
Tiffany's just like slung over her chair, just throwing up, and the whole room just started stinking, and I was like, oh.
Feeling better?
You want anything I can get you, sweetheart?
Tiffany can be professional and make it appear that her personal problems are all out the window, but sometimes she can be an old Tiffany.
I'm miserable. I am miserable. This is not me. This not Tiffany. It's not who I am.
We went to dinner, and Tiffany had, I think, 4 glasses of wine, and she had not drunk that much alcohol. The food would have stayed down, but I just tried to be a good friend and, you know, help her out.
It's hurting me just to know that I'm not home with my child, my baby father, my grandma.
I mean, this is like the first time I've ever been away from my family and everything, and I mean, I'm missing them, but I mean, I have no idea, like, what you're feeling because, I mean, you have a child and everything.
Honestly, being here is harder than being a mom because this is a whole new world for me. It took time for me to grow into having a child, being a parent. I just was thrown into this. Maybe I'm just being a big baby today.
Wish I could help you, Tiffany, here.
This morning, it was a total surprise. We show up at this small restaurant, and we walk in, and I see this gorgeous woman standing there.
Welcome. I'm Beverly Johnson, and we're going to have some fun today.
I was just like, oh my God.
All I can say is, wow, she's the first black supermodel.
I became the first African American to grace the cover of Vogue in August of 1974, and it made history.
It feels so empowering to be sitting next to this woman who's accomplished so much in her life.
I was your age, and I had an opportunity to get an appointment with Glamour magazine, and they said, you're just what we're looking for. And I went on a 10-day shoot with this photographer. You look terrible. I told you no makeup. Go back. I was like crying. I was like in tears.
It would have been easy for me to sit up and say, okay, I would have absorbed what they said and took it like this, and I would have broke down like a baby. Miss Beverly Johnson is really an inspiration to me, and I think she kind of looks like me a little bit, but...
What kind of attitude should you have? Because me, I don't really have like a bad attitude, but sometimes I can get to that point where I just want to go off on somebody.
As far as having a temper, you have these, you know, photographers and editors and stylists that are, you know, very temperamental. So one has to not take everything really personal.
She just like answered all our questions. She was amazing.
Bye.
Yeah, this doesn't work.
You are in control of your own destiny. Be ready at
1 o'clock?
Okay.
Hey. I don't know. We're all like, ooh, you know, I wonder what it is.
We try to figure out every single Tyra mail, and we never get it right. I walk up the hill and see a tennis court and this photographer. I don't see like Jay anywhere.
What the girls don't know is that this is a challenge, and I'll be secretly watching them to see who can handle extreme pressure.
I was instructed to pretty much tear them to shreds.
This is a very realistic situation. You have, like, a photographer who's a jerk. Even the client may hate you. The only thing you have control over is how well you do. Prove to them that you're the star.
We're going to be shooting for a local sports magazine here in Los Angeles. You guys are going to be playing tennis. Time is going to be extremely limited, so I expect you guys to hit your stuff on the mark, okay?
I was the very first one to go, and they're like, hair, makeup, you have 5 minutes. I was like, 5 minutes, do you see my hair? So by the time I even made it out to the court, I was already a little frustrated.
So the balls are going to be coming right at you. So I know you guys took ballet yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to kind of incorporate those movements. Okay, sweets, this is going to be your mark right here, okay? But you're going to be coming from over here.
I have a question, though. Is this where my foot's going, or is this where the end of my body needs to be? I just want to get this straight.
Come again?
This is where my body's going to be, like a line, right?
This is where you're going to,
okay.
Yeah. Preferably, I'd like you to hit the ball. But if you don't, I need you to be more graceful. I need that kind of I mean, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? I look good doing it, too.
This photographer was just insane.
Do we need some coffee for you? Because you look like you're still sleeping.
No.
You sure? Because we can get some coffee here. I'm looking at a frightened girl who is scared of this photo shoot.
I really just wanted to get off that court. I really did.
Next.
I don't understand why you would be so rude and so mean to anyone.
And the ball's coming. Pretend. Okay, you gonna hit it or what?
Okay.
Okay? I mean, okay is fine. I mean, I like to hear okay, but I need you to do it.
Okay.
Not okay. You're not doing it. Wrong foot. You started with the wrong foot. Start with the other foot.
Feels like my confidence has been thrown out of a moving car and run over a couple times.
It's grace and forward. Grace and forward.
I want to slap that boy upside his half-balding head.
I need you to look like you know what you're doing and looking graceful at the same time. Extend that leg. Point your foot. Point it. Point it.
The longer this shoot lasted, the more neurotic this man seemed to be. And I had to laugh at this guy.
Naima did a good job. I don't know what was running through her mind, but she seemed on the surface that, okay, I can handle this.
No life, no personality, no gracefulness. I don't know what you guys were doing, when they were talking about grace to you or posture or anything. None of you have it.
I did see Michelle start to cry as she walked off the court.
Some of them are like that. You have to deal with it. I mean, not everyone is going to be sweet as pie and nice to us. They're going to flat out tell us.
Simple. It's simple, okay? Don't act. Celebrate, for real. I don't have time. Come on, seriously. Put yourself together. Focus.
Under the circumstances, Kenya held her composure pretty well.
Relax. Loosen your lips up a little bit. You're having a good time. It's not the end of the world right now. Note to self, do not print this roll, please.
Oh, she's coming out. She's coming out.
We're up here and we know Tiffany's coming up. Please